Hitohira. Now, this is actually an anime that I sort of gave you guys a slip on. I said, hey, I was watching this, but I'm not going to talk about it. Well, now I'm going to talk about it, and of course, you guys now know the reason why I wasn't going to talk about it. But here I go. I am going to talk about this shiznit. To start off with, this anime, while risking mentioning another anime that I'm going to talk about, this anime is pretty close to K-On! In many ways. It goes along with the whole club thing and girl trying to fit in. Yet, the main characters of both K-On! And Hitohira are vastly, vastly different. They're pretty dang different. Yui's outgoing, silly, and fun, and Mugi's quiet and, you know, nervous acting, and has this problem where whenever she gets nervous, she loses her voice. And talks very quietly, too. Before I go on a little bit further, I got into this anime. I was in a chat room, like my usual chat room, which we call J-Chat, which is really judgment, not Japanese. We're not otakus, okay? Anyway. And this guy was like, where is this from? I saw this anime picture. Where's this from? I was like, huh. And it's like, it looks like it's from an anime called Hitohira. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I remember that because I actually really liked the picture. It looked really good. And luckily, I was able to... It came from like episode 2 of the series, and Mugi's favorite snack is apparently pancakes. I guess we could figure out what her favorite restaurant is. Anyway, and so I kind of put it down on my list of animes to watch, because I do have one. And then I finally decided recently, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and watch it. Because I wasn't really doing much of anything else anyway, and I was trying to... I've got this list of anime, and the thing is, I'm trying to get them all done, but some of them are so long. Anyway. And so I watched it, you know, I really liked it. I tried to watch it before, but I couldn't, but this time when I tried to watch it, it was really, really good. One thing, I love the opening and the ending. They're both really beautiful. The ending theme song kind of sounds like a Dean song at times, maybe, I don't know. Let's see, favorite character, don't really have one. They're all pretty cool. Kai's cool. His sister's cool. Mugi's best friend is cool. The guy with the glasses and the gray hair is cool. Miss blonde-haired girls. It's so funny, I can barely remember their names. Of course, I haven't seen this anime in a while. Voice acting-wise, they all did a pretty good job, too. I'm not really much of a critic when it comes to anime voice acting. It's really video game voice acting that I'm a critic. Anyway... So the story, you know, goes along. Mugi and her friend are going into a new school. She gets really excited and screams at the top of her lungs, I got accepted! Well, members of the drama group notice that. And like, ooh, the president's like, ooh, I want her. And she, you know, is reluctant about it, but she ends up joining. And of course she learns that, you know, this whole thing is really more of a competition in a way. There are 2 drama groups. The Drama Research Society, which is the group Mugi joined, and the actual Drama Club. And, so, they try to, like, prepare, like, a big play. I don't remember what the Drama Club was going to perform, but, I do remember that, but for, the Drama Research Society, they actually perform an original play called Hitohira, see where it's going, written by the actual president, and whatnot. And they're doing like all this little stuff. And it's really written so that Mugi can sort of come out of her shell. I think that's ultimately what they're trying to say, though I'm not sure. And I'll get to more about that in a minute. And then... But also, the vice president, or the president, I'm just going to call her that. She, if you guys want to know, she's the girl who is holding on to Mugi in the picture. The one with the sort of light brownish hair. Sort of dull, brownish, tearish color hair, maybe. Not really completely tear-colorish, but sort of close. She's the one with the actual pink little script with her. Anyway. She actually has a bit of a problem. She it was like Mugi. And she, you know, was quiet and whatnot. But then her friend, the girl above her with the black hair, was like, hey, join the drama club. I was like, okay. And she, you know, became a pretty big performer. Only problem is she has this little bit of a voice problem. And if she exerts her voice too much, she'll lose her voice. And the anime starts to hint at that. It's like, okay, she's obviously going to lose her voice. And in that sense, this anime is probably a little cliche, but that's okay. And she, of course, she does lose her voice, and during the performance too. she actually loses her voice twice. And I'm thinking, okay, so her voice actress is probably not going to have to do much. But then, of course, they reveal, okay, I get to talk again. I just had to get some sleep. It's like, okay. But then the second time, it's during the performance, and it's really quiet, sort of awkward and whatnot. Maybe even a little painful to watch if, I don't know, not really. But then Mugi says, okay, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to man up and friggin' project like I'm supposed to. I don't know if, I'm not really much of a drama club kind of person, but from what this anime is telling me, apparently you have to project your voice a lot to hear it, as opposed to my school actually putting little microphones on the people and then they talk and there's little headsets. I don't know, that's a little traditional and whatnot. Anyway. And so she projects and she does a great job. And then at that point, it's really, you know, a matter of, okay, which group is going to win? You know, and while this Drama Research Society did a good job, they ultimately were not the ones who actually won the thing. They actually didn't do that good of they actually didn't win. I'm not going to say they did a bad job, because, I mean, they obviously were popular enough. I think they won by, like, I think the drama club won by, like, 1 or 2 points. And so the Drama Research Society closes its doors, and this is the point where the anime starts to go a little downhill. It's starting to get to a point, okay, what do we do now? You know, honestly, I really think they should have, you know, carried onward a little bit with this whole thing and made the performance go on a little bit, and then had the series end with them losing. That would have been a sad ending, and then maybe they could have had an extra episode or whatnot, but, you know, and, you know, it goes downhill. A lot of stuff, you know, kind of happens. Like, there's a bit of a drama going around. Like, you know, Mugi's best friend has been accepted into, like, is going to study abroad because she's a photographer and she wants to study photography, and that, you know, makes Mugi really upset. And it's so weird because, like, I don't know, it might have been the subtitles, but, like, they seem like they're going at it the wrong way. Like, she's like, it just says, like, she's having such a hard time getting her feelings out, and, you know, it's obvious to the viewer that she's upset because it's so sudden, you know, it just randomly came out there, and she's kind of conflicted right now. But I guess either the writing or the subtitles is, like, you know, weird and whatnot. And so they finally sit down and talk about it, and it's like, I'm happy for you, da-da-da-da, we'll always be friends, da-da-da-da, okay, see you later. And whatnot. It's kind of weird. This, like I said, this is where the anime sort of goes downhill. Oh, also, speaking of the prison girl, remember how I said she loses her voice? She gets it back again. And I'm like, okay, what the heck? I mean, if she's gonna get it back within, like, a day of losing it, then what's the point of even worrying about projecting? She just loses. Maybe I can understand. Maybe what they were trying to say is, if she keeps doing this, she'll lose it for good. But, you know, and they should have said that from the beginning. They said, you'll be fine, but don't exert your voice too much because you'll lose it. As opposed to just saying, don't exert it, you'll lose it. For good. First time. You know, ugh. And then, you know, comes like the whole graduation thing, because Mugi and Kai are both freshmen. As well as a blonde-haired lady, I think her name is. The blonde girl, the only blonde girl in the entire show, I think, who's actually major. And she's also like a freshman. They become big buddies. Well, and then it gets this weird realization where, like, it's funny because there's like a double realization in this show. Mugi understands, okay, President was trying to teach me to be, you know, outgoing and whatnot, be a different person through Hitohira, but then she starts to realize it again, apparently, and they start dancing, and then he's like, I get it now! I need to be social, and, you know, whatnot. And I think that's ultimately what the series was trying to portray, but it was pretty weird. I didn't really understand it, actually. I might be totally wrong. If any of you guys out there have seen this anime, and you disagree with me, let me know, because I honestly have no idea what happened. And so, yeah. And then it showed a flash forward of, you know, Mugi. And I think, like, some of the seniors came to visit or something. I don't know. But, you know, yeah. This was definitely an odd show. Not really odd, but I mean, it went downhill. like I mentioned before, is a lot like K-On! Really, that's the only similarities is the fact that it has to deal with the club idea. You know, if you like K-On! But you want something more serious, that might be a good one for you. I don't think this anime's been dubbed yet, so I guess the only way you can watch it is in Japanese. I don't even think anyone's licensed it yet. So maybe Crunchyroll should get it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. In conclusion, this is a good anime, but it goes downhill, and it might not even make sense a little bit. But yeah, if you like this kind of, if you like K-On! But you want something more serious, or if you want drama club related things, then this will be a good one to watch. It's actually pretty nice. It actually sort of gives me a Strawberry Panic vibe, but I'll have to get that another time. So yeah, I'd recommend this one, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.